Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 1 Remastered. Guys, 115 speaking, and oh my god, let's not dawdle, because there be wolves around. Ah, okay. There should be 4 of them, and I really do not want to get bitten. Remember, we're doing a known medpacks run. So, now that we have finally some peace and quiet, let me welcome you to the second Peru level, City of Vilcabamba. We'll find all 3 secrets, pick up all 13 items, and we will kill all 29 enemies this time. Furthermore, we will do so without using any medpacks. Doesn't mean we're not going to die by accident. And look at the number of breakables. We're going to break all those delicious chocolatey breakaway tiles. That's my promise. We're also going to unlock a couple of cool achievements here. And more on that also after the end of the video. So, I am in a bit of a rush. I have an important client meeting soon, and the last thing I should be doing is go back to Peru of Tomb Raider 1 and record a Let's Play, but you know I have my priorities. But this means that I'm gonna be in a bit of a more rush than usual. So, City of Vilcabamba is an amazingly designed level. If this is your first time around here, just take a look at the sort of town square over there with the fountain and everything. First of all, just so we don't get confused, I would like us to scoop up enemies and goodies around this circuit of the city, like these 3 beds. So overall there should be, if I'm not mistaken, 6 wolves, 4 at the beginning, 1 we've killed, and a couple of groups of beds. This right here around the corner should be the final wolf. However, let me just show you the usefulness of photo mode. See? This way you can never really be caught off guard if you just take a peek what's around the corner with the photo mode. This is incredible. Okay, let's wait for him to come to us. Awesome, just so we don't get bitten. And pick up our prize. You know, remember during my first thoughts and analysis on Tomb Raider Remasters, I was hoping they're gonna use some of the foliage to obscure some pickups perhaps. It works, just like I was hoping to. Ah, this makes me happy. An extra edit challenge. And again, some new geometry will edit as light source, but don't worry, I'm not going to be constantly switching between the new and old graphics. So as to keep ourselves immersed fully. Okay, cave full of 5 beds, no goodies inside, and take a note of this corridor and especially this keyhole. If you approach a keyhole and press the action key, no. Lara will say no unless you have some key items in your inventory. You will then see a D-pad arrow pointing upwards, meaning you can switch to key items circle. Right now we have none of them, but pretty soon we're gonna have 2 of them, so I'll demonstrate exactly what I mean. And let us kill some more bats. If I am not mistaken, there should be 2 more. Ah, there they are. Again, just the usefulness of photo mode. You see what I mean? There they are, just chilling and resting. Oh, they're so adorable. But let's do away with them. And the other one, you need to step on a specific tile to wake up, so if you want that kill. There we go. Or maybe it's also this one, but it's this row of tiles that sort of triggers him. But also we'll find ourselves up there in that alcove. I believe that's a trigger for them as well. And now, just so we get our bearings, let's complete the circuit. This is essentially where we entered from the caves level, okay? So, important achievements time. Now, do not be scared, but next to this feeding trough, when you enter the... Oh my god! He never entered from that side. This stable, there will be a bear, another one, and we want to see it on its hind legs. There it is. There it is. Oh my god, yes please. Okay, I just want to take a really good angle to take a picture. Remember, we didn't take a picture of a bear last time. Huh. You know, he could just be looking at Lara like this, but it doesn't really capture the majesty of him being on its hind legs, so let's just do this, I think. Okay, I'm happy about this one. So, this should, in theory, increase our Circus of Vilcabamba achievement count, and maybe we can test that real quick. Oh my god, Steam does not do a great job of showing these, does it? But let's see. We should see 2 out of 3, if that counted. If not, I'm gonna wait for it to... Look at the bear standing on hind legs. Okay, so I guess we were too far, because it still shows only 2 out of 3, which does not make me happy. And the fountain is a great tool to keep your distance. There we go. Surely this counts, right? Now, let's bring him down. Okie dokie. Can I just check it again? You know, maybe this needs some time to refresh. I'm not entirely sure. On PlayStation 5, essentially, you will not see a count like this, but a percentage. And it also doesn't reflect live just immediately. I kind of need to reload the game for it to really capture, so maybe that's the case also on the Steam version, or maybe not. But either way, on PS4 where I unlocked this achievement, this worked on me, just to be close to them. Sometimes not even necessarily be close to them, just to have them trigger that animation. So there we go, Mr. Teddy. Thank you so much for cooperating and not mauling us in the process. Now, this is, unless you of course also took a peek at Lara's home, the first time you will encounter water. And this is the second level of the game, but going into this fountain or a well is entirely optional, and you only need to do it in case you're interested in 2 secrets, or you can ignore it completely. I recommend ignoring it during the time trial achievement, but this is not the case. This time we're gonna show you where the riches and goodies are, and actually also an achievement. So, first of all, I recommend going to the right side over here. And by the way, I'm not gonna go through the swimming controls and everything like that. I've captured these in detail in Lara's home, so feel free to check out my video in case you're interested in learning more about swimming. Okay, that opened up a way to the first secret. By the way, something the game also doesn't explain to you. You can use the look key to skip some of these cutscenes, is maybe a generous word, but camera angles showing you what happened. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you can always move Lara during them even if you don't see her. This is especially useful on tank controls because you know exactly where she'll move. With modern controls that might be a bit too risky. And now the moment you climb up on any of these tiles, you will unlock Why Did It Have to Be Snakes achievement. So a little Indiana Jones reference, which is really cute. Okay, and here we go, the first secret of the level. Now this one contains small health pack and an entirely new pickup. I'm gonna show it to you in the inventory screen right now. So these aren't candy bars, as I used to think in the original graphics. These are in fact magnum clips. And that essentially tells you what the next weapon will be. Interesting fact, it's a weapon manufactured by Natla Technologies, who is our employer as per the story. Even though Lara's not really that interested in money, I think she's interested in the Skion, just like Natla. Well, I wonder where that will lead. Oh, by the way, I have some sad news to say. At least yesterday, and right now, as of me recording, the day is... So per February 19th, which for me, as of me recording, was yesterday, the Tomb Cleaner achievement for collecting all the items in Tomb Raider 1 does not work on PlayStation 4. I have yet to see if that's the case on PlayStation 5, and I have of course yet to see if that's the case on Steam on PC. But in the penultimate level of the game, they have raised the total pickups count from 50 to 51. I'm not gonna say the level name just for new players who are here, because the level name is kind of a huge spoiler. But if you've played the games before, you know what the penultimate level is, right? So it is unfortunately not unlockable because it asks you to get one more pickup than there actually is physically in the level. It's a known issue, it's been submitted as a bug report to Aspyr. But yeah, it's a bit annoying in that regard. So, however, I've seen 8.4% people unlock the achievement on Steam, so maybe PC players, you will not have the same experience. And Switch players, whilst you're not worried about the achievement, let me know if the penultimate level asks you to pick up 50 or 51 items. Sorry, I'm just admiring these scarves. In the original graphics, I thought they are skins, but those are... Oh, those are snake skins, I see, and this is... a cow skin? It has hooves. Yeah, maybe a cow or a bull. Interesting. So this really gives off the atmosphere and impression that this was a lived-in city at one point, as per its namesake. Mind you, if we were not to kill those 2 bats earlier, they would molest us here. But thankfully, we did away with them. Now, important note, if you're interested in an achievement, there are 2 breakaway tiles here. And of course, we want to break all breakaway tiles in the game. However, let's not do that now. You will take some damage as a punishment, I know, but trust me, it's worth it. Because we have to get our hands on so-called golden idol key item and then leave the same way we entered. And maybe some of you guys have figured out another way, maybe even corner glitching will work, but you do need to, in my opinion, keep those breakaway tiles well and fine and healthy, at least for a while, if you want to unlock the achievement. So the moment we enter the next room, it's gonna make a bit more sense. Do we need to? Yeah, I would move it one more time. Okay. Oh, and I haven't yet explained the controls for pushing blocks, because we haven't encountered any in Lara's home. So I'm gonna do that after we unlock the achievement. Ah, all these vases and jars are 3D. Awesome. Let's get rid of the bed. Very annoying. Now, there is a so-called silver key, although I would call this thing a skeleton key, to be perfectly honest with you. You might remember a skeleton decored lock where we didn't have a key for, and Lara just said no. Well, that's no longer gonna be the case. And also the second key item, a golden idol. I really like how these look in Remastered graphics. Now, if you want to unlock an achievement, if you care about that sort of thing, make your way back, move the block into this position, and now I'm essentially going to show you what worked for me. Make a side flip, keep moving forward, and hold action to climb up, and now it should pop up. There we go. So, Con Tixi Wiracocha. Go into the golden idol and exit through the same window. You don't actually need to exit through the window, just climb into it, which saves a lot of time, thankfully. So now that the breakaway tiles are gone, also after us the Deluge achievement, we're making progress for that, which is awesome. We need to figure out some way to get there, and in my original Let's Play, I actually made a false claim. I said that if you lose these breakaway tiles, you have no way to get here to collect that large health pack, and I was, thankfully, incorrect. You absolutely can. Just by using the block, and for some reason it didn't occur to me. Yeah, well, I had minus 10 years of experience playing Tomb Raiders back then, so I'm gonna give myself some grace, but not too much. Controls for moving blocks. So, if you run up to a block, holding forward in action, Lara will climb up. But that's not what we necessarily want in this situation, right? So what you need to do is first hold the action key, so that Lara will prime herself for moving, and then you can either press forward or backwards. If I press forward now, nothing happens because there isn't enough space for block to move, and Lara as well. Remember, there needs to be a space of an adjacent tile for Lara to end up on after the pulling or pushing animation, otherwise she will not do it. But if you press forward, you can now release both keys. Lara will continue to do this automatically by one square. And then you again need to press the action, press forward, and you can release both keys. Okay, so you don't need to hold it the entire time, but let me show you if you do. Essentially, Lara will keep pushing it, but each and every time... Oh, yeah, sorry, this is what will happen. Apparently, after the first push, Lara will try to climb it instead. I don't think that was the case in originals. Might be some quirk unique to the remasters, but yeah. So you kind of just have to repeat this process. I was really hoping that for the remasters, on top of the mid-air roll in Tomb Raider 1 or underwater roll, or also some unique features for Tomb Raider 3 crawling that they introduced, which I'm gonna cover when we reach Tomb Raider 3, I was hoping they would somehow introduce this continuous block pushing from Tomb Raider 4, The Last Revelation, and Tomb Raider 5. Those games had amazing block pushing. They really sped things up, but unfortunately we're stuck with the original. Oh well. Again, it's a tough situation to try to strike a balance between original preservation and making things more accessible, right? Again, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of scenario. Anyway, more pots and pans, all were 2D by the way, once upon a time, and now we get to admire them in 3D. Oh, I love this so much. Okay. And let's not forget a large health pack over here. And we're gonna find ourselves in a window which, if you were not interested in the achievement, this is, I assume, the one you would exit this whole building out of. Okay? So now, let's follow Toltec statues, or Toltec. Funny thing, if you played Lara Croft and Guardian of Light, this is actually her buddy, Toltec, from that game. Yeah, he looks a bit different, doesn't he? So it's supposed to be the same deity, the same god or warrior of light or guardian of light as labeled in that game. Okie dokie. So now if you press the action key, this inventory will come up. You can also do that manually by opening an inventory, going up, and now you can circle... Oh, sorry, it's just called items, not key items. This is called inventory, this is called items, and if we go all the way down, it's called option. They use the same system for switching between Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 in the main menu, essentially. So, if you choose the obviously incorrect item, like let's say the golden idol on this silvery lock here...
No.
Same thing as before when we had no key item, right? But here's what the game does. If you press the action key, the game will auto-suggest the correct key item. I don't like this. They actually carried this mechanic over from Tomb Raider 4 and 5, where if you had multiple key items, the correct one would be auto-suggested. I actually preferred the original, you having to use your brain just a little and choose the correct key item. There's gonna be a level in a later chapter in the game where we'll be inserting 4 different key items into 4 different locks and try to match the color, and this is now all automated. I guess it's a good thing for people who suffer from color blindness or anything like that, but for the rest of us, it's just, it removes the puzzle element. Anyhow, let's use the silver key. My god, this is nerve-wracking, isn't it? And we'll see a familiar trap, the blow darts. Immediately as you step on that tile. Okay, there should be third one, and we made it through. Watch out for the wolf right over here. This guy always tries to sneak up on you, okay? It's the one on the left that will grab your attention, but the one on the right that waits for you. It's really vicious. Lara, could you prioritize those that are closer, maybe? Okay, and that's all 11 wolves taken care of. Now, there is an achievement tied to this location of the 4 Toltec statues. We need to bring 11 wolves here. I'm going to show you how to get that achievement once we beat the level properly, okay? Because that achievement... I would say its best way to do it is via an alternate playthrough and popping medpacks, which is what we're not about to do in our sort of real playthrough. Okay, so let's go to the left. We have to open this magnificent gate. By the way, I'm a big fan of what they did with this in Anniversary. They really increased its magnificence, and you could also choose whether you're gonna go left or right first. No such luck in Tomb Raider 1. Okay, just very simple platforming, during which we can enjoy the Tomb Raider theme, so I'm gonna shut up now. I'm very sorry for this, guys, but the moment we press this switch, the music's gonna go away. Yep. Because of this, they had to stop the Tomb Raider 1 main theme. What on earth were they thinking? Okay, do we go left or right? Both should be fine. So, on your way down from the left side, you can get your hands on shotgun shells over on this rock. Actually, you can do it from the right side as well, because it's connected, okay? And also, let's drop on the red roof and find a small med pack. So there are all these pickups tucked away. Alrighty. And remember, we opened the right door. Why couldn't they make that sound effect play using the right door switch? Why did it have to be the left one when you make us listen to the Tomb Raider 1 theme? I have no idea. And remember, after us the Deluge. By the way, interesting thing, as I've beaten Tomb Raider 1 already on PS4, after the Deluge achievement unlocked when I've broken the last breakaway tiles of the last level. So it could be the case that they only need the tiles in the last level and not all of them in the entire game, but I just find that extremely unlikely. Let's break all of them. These are breakable objects I'm after anyway, and it's actually a really fun achievement, and sometimes it makes you think how you can best tackle it in certain situations. The 4th and final Peru level especially will have to plan a certain path to break all of these. It's a really fun challenge. I like this achievement a lot. Besides, there's something so immensely satisfying about just crushing and crunching all of them. It's like the dark chocolate bars. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, and up we go. Okay, you can use the platforms on the side to make this jump, or if you're confident, you can make a perfect grabbing jump. Again, this I would struggle with using the modern controls, but the tank, it's very reliable that it will work. Okay, but if you guys have better experience with modern controls, awesome. Please let me know how those turn out for you. I just have heard minority of people preferring the modern ones, but who knows. I still appreciate the effort. And as I said, true mastery will come from switching between the two control schemes on the go in certain situations. And I wish there would be a hotkey to switch the tank controls and the modern control scheme, so we wouldn't have to go into the menu all the time. Imagine just pressing a hotkey or one of the PC functional keys if you're playing a PC. and a little icon appearing for just a little while telling you you're now using the modern control scheme, or you're now using the classic control scheme. This would be a vast improvement, being able to switch them on the go. Maybe most people would then play using modern control scheme and just for few specific jumps on the go switch to tank controls. That would be awesome. Ooh, new kind of trap, and with it, a new collectible death. So we are gonna get our deaths a bit later. By the way, nothing in those nooks and crannies on the left or right, you don't have to worry. And behind these iron bars is the last area of the level, with third bear for the Circus of Vilcabamba achievement. When you press this lever, the panels underneath you can see they're a bit darker, that's a bit of a hint. They will drop down, but that's fine. However, you can hold the jump in anticipation and defy physics like this. Oh, we can already see Mr. Teddy. Can we observe him through the window to see if he can go on his hind legs? Can we? Oh, but we're not in the same room with him, so probably that's why the achievement didn't pop. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. We're gonna get it very soon. See how soon I mean? We're already on the other side. So, let's try not get mauled by him. Oh, that didn't work out. Occasionally he can also do it when you're in the fountain, but yeah, it doesn't work reliably well. And now he's sort of disappeared. Oh my god, where is he? Okay. Your hind legs, please, kind sir. Well, at this rate, he's gonna chip away our health. Huh. Okay, so this takes a lot of patience and can be quite aggravating if the bear does not... Okay, I am not getting out of that fountain again until you get on your hind legs. Gosh damn it. I hate this Circus of Vilcabamba. Yeah. He'll just keep circling. On your hind legs, you puny bear. At this rate, I will probably just have to skip forward. Until that happens. Okay, I think the best way would be to use the corners of this fountain here. Oops. Now that was very close. And the bear actually killed us whilst we tried to get him to stand on its hind legs. Well, there's our first official death. I mean, in our actual playthrough. So guys, I'm gonna see you back in this spot because, of course, I have not saved. But don't worry, we're gonna have our sweet revenge. Okay, here we are again. We find ourselves on the precipice of destiny. Okay. Well, we see him stand on his hind legs, but the achievement did not unlock. And I think I know the fix for this already. So, this happened to me also on PS4 version, and that's how I found out that the bear in the caves level needs to do this too. So, I'm gonna address the fix in a short while. In the meantime, we can already insert the golden idol into its receptacle. And this is kind of a huge middle finger by the level because, well, the door behind the grate opens, but we still can't proceed to the next level, right? I just find this really funny. So, you can check out both sides of this room here. Only this side, however, will have stairs leading up. And this is interesting, because there's gonna be a lever here, or switch, or lever, or however you pronounce them, still haven't learned, which stop these swinging pendulums in case you do need to go back for the golden idol just to make it a bit easier for you. However, let's re-enable them. We are after collecting all the deaths, aren't we? And this is a perfect location to collect the 2 new deaths specific for this level, okay? But before that, let's get our hands on the 3rd secret, containing a new pickup, Uzi clips, yay! So there they are. So Uzis are gonna be the final and the most powerful weapon of the game. However, I didn't realize that we also collected shotgun shells for the very first time. So now we have every ammunition type. And this is essentially how big your inventory is going to get from now on until the end of the game. It's always gonna be compass, small and large health packs, pistols, shotgun, magnums, and Uzi clips. Nothing more, right? So I hope you enjoyed having a smaller inventory in the caves level, but in City of Vilcabamba, it's gonna expand to its full size. So that's it. There are no more weapons in Tomb Raider 1. Let me just briefly check if we have all the secrets registered. Awesome. We also have all the pickups, and we have all 29 kills. We have also all the breakable objects. However, Circus of Vilcabamba did not unlock for us, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna leave you hanging, okay? Now, we still need to open up the grate to continue the level or to come back if you so decide. Both grates will open via one lever, and it's in this fountain. There's this nook over here that you can swim into. Alright. There we go. Okay, that's the lever. So this will open up both grates, allowing us to move forward or backwards. I'm going to save just before we hit the next level, as I always do. This is a great practice, by the way. I can't recommend it enough. It allows you to start the next level with a clean slate, or even potentially retrace your steps in case there are some deaths you want to collect, as will be our case. So, oh yeah, sorry, that's the corridor back. And here on the golden idol side, we will trigger the level exit. So before we take another step, let me make a save here. City of Vilcabamba. Let's see the stats. Our time will be better now because I had to rerun everything without commentary after the bear killed us. But again, we have found all 3 secrets, picked up all 13 items, killed all 29 enemies, and broken all the breakaway tiles. I think this might be the level with the highest number of breakaway tiles, but we'll see. There are some strong contenders later on. Also, we should have unlocked the Circus of Vilcabamba achievement, however that did not happen, and if you stick around after the end of this segment, I'm gonna show you how to unlock it, and I have a feeling we need to go back to a new game, start the caves level, and reach the first bear for this to register. Essentially, all 3 bears need to stand on their hind legs within 1 game session without you restarting it. That's what was a requirement for me in PS4. Alright. Also, if you're interested in a fun achievement concerning all 11 wolves and also us collecting 2 more deaths for the deadline achievement, please stick around and I'll see you next time in the Lost Valley. Hey guys, so I'm here for the Circus of Vilcabamba achievement. We've seen all 3 bears stand on their hind legs and we did not unlock it. Again, I encountered the same issue on PS4, so let's go for a fix. We are gonna start new game here and essentially move on to the cave with the bear and have the bear from the caves level also stand on its hind legs as we're running the same game session where I recorded the City of Vilcabamba. I have not restarted the game yet or anything like that. So I'll see you when we're at that spot. Okay, here we are approaching this. Now in the meantime notice that this achievement, the Circus of Vilcabamba, has a really low percentage of completion on Steam. And maybe that's why, because it needs to be done in 1 game session, which is kind of messed up and shouldn't be the case. In this particular case, I'm also comfortable just popping in medpacks as needed, just to see him stand on those hind legs. But unfortunately, it is randomized, so let's see how long it takes. Huh. Well, okay, so we've seen all 3 bears stand on their hind legs, and the achievement still doesn't pop up. I guess this means we'll just have to go all the way to City of Vilcabamba and re-trigger the other 2. Oh, good lord. Guys, I'll see you at each individual bear. Okay, we find ourselves at bear number 2. It's possible even now the achievement will trigger. I truly have no idea. It's funny because just yesterday, before recording this, I practiced on my PS5 and the achievement unlocked without any trouble. So I think there are some perhaps even platform-specific issues going on. Oh, there we go, Circus of Vilcabamba. Look at the bear standing on hind legs. So there seems to have been some problem with the second bear, or the first one in City of Vilcabamba level. Perhaps revisiting the caves was not even necessary. But guys, if you're facing the same issue, you know what to do. Start a new game, reach the first bear, then move on to City of Vilcabamba, the second one and third one. Unfortunately, as of right now, I do not have better advice to give you. I'm sorry, I wish this would be more convenient, but there you have it. And watch those, in case you're a PC player on Steam, watch those Steam counts if the achievement has primed. Maybe that's why we've seen 1 out of 3, not because Steam is clumsy, but because it just decided not to trigger that particular time. Anyway, we can finally say we conquered the bears of Tomb Raider 1. Now moving on to our Dances with Wolves achievement. Remember, I can't stress enough how useful and important end level saves are. We can now comfortably load our caves level and just step into the City of Vilcabamba level with a clean slate and all the med packs we can have at this point and supplies. This is gonna make your deaths collecting and other achievement hunting so much easier, as well as repeating levels where you think you might have missed something, right? So first and foremost, we'll be ambushed by 4 wolves at the very beginning. We need 11 and get them to the Toltec statues behind the silver key door, right? Let's ignore these guys. Remember, we don't want to kill any of them until we lure them into the area. We need to make a diagonal sprint straight to this lever over here, because this will enable us to reach the room with golden idol and silver key. We actually do not care about the golden idol at... Whoa, how did you guys get here? I was about to say we don't care about golden idol at all at this stage. Only the silver key. This is not about finishing the level or anything like that, just reaching the last gate into the Lost Valley, essentially. But later about that. Now we push the block a couple of times. You might also get assaulted by bats here, because those guys will get through windows and everywhere, right? They can fly, as kind of makes sense. Remember, once you reach this room, just go straight for the silver key, or as I prefer to call it, a skeleton key, but no, it's not a lockpick that never breaks. And then we'll try and beeline across the entire town square circuit to summon 2 more wolves that are resting there. Unless we trigger them, they will not chase us and follow us, right? So that's the trick to remember. First get the key, and then summon the other 2 wolves. If you try and summon all 6 wolves and then get the key, it's gonna make even using the key to the lock way more difficult, okay? Now, getting rid of the bats here is definitely recommended, because they are another nuisance and source of damage, and we're safe from the wolves here. Oh my god, this is taking too long. Okay, I'm gonna pick this health back up, because we might get into a situation where we'll be popping them like crazy. And let's drop down. Oh no, I did not get rid of the bats. Let's go here. Actually, no, we have 2 more wolves to summon, so let's do that. We are gonna make a circuit throughout the City of Vilcabamba, maybe even summon more bats. Let's try and shoot these guys down, and make sure you're not shooting any wolves, okay? That worked quite nicely. Okay, now there's a wolf around this corner. Yep. Wakey wakey, sleepy bones. Oh, this is not good. Let's pop a large med pack immediately. Now, I'm sure there are also hotkeys on PC for the large and small health packs, but I cannot remember what those are. That's actually something I haven't tested yet. Anywho, we have 6 wolves chasing us. Next to the Toltec statues, there are 5 more wolves, bringing us to the total of 11. You can use this fountain square to delay some of the wolves chasing you. It works nicely, just like it did with the bear. And now... hammer the action key. Now Lara is stuck in a key opening animation, during which the wolves will not interrupt her, but you need to keep feeding her medpacks, okay? Okay, and another one. I love seeing the insides of those medis in the remastered graphics. And the worst is behind us. Now we just need to run forward. There are 5 more wolves here, and the dance with the wolves can absolutely begin. Haha! Can we survive this? Oh my god. I'm not giving up. I know this is inconsequential, but come on. This is a challenge. Lara is a survival. So even using our mid-air flips, we're not immune to the damage with these vast numbers, and besides, as established in the Apex Predator achievement, wolves can jump and attack. Oh, bats are joining the party, well that's fun. Damn it, Lara, kill this one. Lara, you can officially put those guns away, but I'm going to take a picture of this carnage, and probably with the original graphics, because with the remastered ones, the enemy corpses kind of blend together, but you can see them far better like this. Okay. Look at her just standing there like an absolute badass. Okay. This is definitely picture-worthy. And that's it. That's the Dances with the Wolves achievement. Stay tuned for 2 more unique deaths you can collect in the City of Vilcabamba level. One has to do with water and the other with a new trap we have encountered. Okay guys, so for the 2 collectible deaths, well, it's a simple ordeal. Thankfully we made a save here at the very level end. First one is rather obvious, and we could have already collected it in Lara's home, right? And that's simply to make Lara drown. It takes a bit of patience. There is one achievement in a later chapter of the game concerning you completing a challenge whilst Lara's already drowning. We'll get to that a bit later on, but yeah. So this is essentially it, and it should count into our deaths total. I will check shortly in the screen. As you can see, you also have quite a generous amount of time once Lara starts drowning to make it to the water surface, or you can even extend her life by popping medpacks as she's drowning. Not realistic, doesn't make much sense, but it works like that. Okay, and let's move on to the other death. Remember the swinging pendulums, the axis? Well, that's a new trap we encountered and we have not died to it yet. Now, if you find these are static, you will need to go and use the stairs on the left side over there and reach a lever, which will then re-enable them, which is what I did when demonstrating what the lever does, right? So just, you don't find yourself confused in case they're not swinging. Make it over here, and let's shave some body hair off of Lara. And there we go. Both deaths in the City of Vilcabamba achieved, all the achievements we have received, and hopefully this was useful somehow. I apologize with the mess that the Circus of Vilcabamba was, but again, judging by the low percentage of people who have unlocked it, I'm not the only one struggling with it, but you know what to do. You can always come back to caves and just re-trigger all the bears, and that's it. So thank you guys for sticking around. Hopefully this was useful. Let me know how I'm doing, especially when it comes to the achievements, and I will see you next time in the Lost Valley, the level of Tomb Raider 1.